Hello and welcome, it's Adam from Better Proposals here, and today I'm here in Lake Hallstatt in Austria, and what I wanted to record this video about today is how you can write a really good specification for your proposals. Now, you don't have to call it a specification, you could call it anything, but it's essentially the what we're going to do part. It's the bit where you describe what you're actually going to do in exchange for whatever money you fancy charging. So there's a number of different ways that people do this wrong or, don't do it as well as they could. And what I'm going to try and do today is give you a few sort of different ways of thinking about it. And hopefully this will help you sort of write a more clear and concise version. And that will hopefully lead to people buying more stuff from you. So let's crack into it. So the first thing is making sure that you're writing it through what I call the benefit lens. Now, if you've watched any of my videos on the introduction, how to write a good introduction, you might understand what I'm talking about here. But really, this is about getting to the truth of why somebody really wants something, and then linking your specification back to that. So, if they want to buy garden furniture, but what they really want to do is they want to increase the value of their property, you can write about that garden furniture in a way that you wouldn't be able to if you didn't know that information otherwise. Now, of course, this comes down to the questioning that you ask in the meeting or discovery sessions. So if you do a good job of that, this stuff does become a hell of a lot easier. But what you always want to be trying to do is writing less about the nuts and bolts of what you're doing and writing more about the why and the benefits. So I know this is sort of fairly elementary stuff, but it's sometimes a nice reminder. So that is going to really help you, but writing through the benefit lens. The second thing is really about layout. So this is sort of a two-part thing really, but the writing in bullet points will really help you. Now, this does a couple of things. One, visibly, it makes it look easier to understand. There's less text, there's more white space, it's a more manageable visual, if you like. If you're looking at sort of a wall of text, it's pretty daunting. No one really wants to read that stuff. Bullet points really help you do that. The second thing it helps you do is it helps you be more concise. It helps you sort of break things down to, instead of it being a sentence, it's a line. And I think that's really going to sort of help when you're trying to write your specification. A lot of the time you are writing kind of bullet points anyway, so try and stick to bullet points and obviously use a lot of subheaders and things like that. Just try and have a little bit of consideration for the fact that somebody's going to look at this and try and make a decision on whether they're going to read the whole thing in detail or whether they're going to skip over it and just kind of read the highlights. So bullet points and subheaders, make good use of those, and that will really help you. The last point is really about avoiding jargon. Now, I know this is quite hard if you sell something that's technical, if you're doing sort of websites or marketing stuff. You might sort of use an awful lot of jargon, but try and avoid it where possible. Try and avoid acronyms. Try and avoid going into too much detail about things that they don't understand. So if you are going to write about something that's technical, really ask yourself the question, do they actually need to know this? Or can I kind of just talk around it and just explain the benefit of why they need it? So give that some thought. And so one last sort of bonus point, if you like, here really is don't make your specification a terms and conditions or legal document in English. It's not the place for it. Try and keep your legal stuff over here and your specification and sales stuff over here. And try and remember, this is a sales document, not a legal document. So if you kind of find yourself writing your specification through the mind of, well, if this all goes wrong, I've at least got this to fall back on, try not to do that. It will do, and I'll teach you in a separate video how to do that in a really sort of nice and succinct way where you can do both, but keep your legal stuff separate. It's not the place for it, and just keep that stuff on a separate page and keep it well out of the way. This is a page and a section where you're supposed to be explaining the benefits of using your service. So I hope those things help. Write through the benefit lens, stick things in bullet points, use a lot of subheaders, and avoid jargon where you possibly can. So this is Adam. I'm not going to go swimming because it's bloody freezing, but I'm going to try and get some nice shots of this place so you can see what it is, because honestly, pretty cool place. Cool. Take care. See you later.